Hello, this is Kelly Kleiman, and you're listening to the DealershipNews.com podcast, where we spotlight the who's happening in the automotive industry. It's foot soldiers, visionaries, salesmen, GMs, owners, service managers, and industry vendors alike. Today, we're happy to have with us for a quick cast our salesperson of the month in Ventura, California, Heather L. Bailey of Paradise Chevrolet. Thank you for joining us, Heather, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So what got you into the car business to begin with, and what did you do beforehand? Did you just kind of trip over a curb and stumble into a dealership, or was it in the cards?
So I was a chef previously, and I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make, so I decided that I wanted to get back into the car business.
Where were you a chef?
I was a chef at Bottega Louis in Los Angeles, and I had a little store, Cookies and Cream, on Sunset and Vine.
Oh, nice locations. Are you the only female on the sales staff at Paradise now?
I am.
But let me backtrack. You know, my brother-in-law was a top sushi chef for Nobu. He's a Japanese fella, and it's sometimes you just don't get paid what you're worth. And it's interesting how you slide into stuff. But you've always been interested in cars?
Yes, I was a service and parts cashier when I was in college, but I always wanted to do sales, but it just didn't work with my schedule. And so then later in life, when I was deciding what I actually wanted to do, it just kind of all worked out.
So you're obviously pretty good at what you do. So what do you think it is that you do that puts you in the best position to succeed at the dealership? Is it social media, great follow-up, or just a personal drive?
I think it's a combination of a personal drive and trying to always have a positive attitude, because it's hard in customer service because sometimes the customers can really get you down or be negative. So you have to just keep persevering and keeping your head up.
Yeah, you feel like you've got the sale and then it never happens, or they don't. You follow up diligently. There's a lot of frustration involved. But a positive attitude goes a long way. So kudos to you. So
thank you.
Where do you get the best leads other than from foot traffic? Is it through the phone, internet, and which internet leads close the fastest? It's not really a trick question, but I'm just kind of curious. Is it third-party leads from classified sites, your own company site, social media, email? What works best for you?
What works best for me? Well, in the beginning, what worked best for me was going to be the foot traffic, but now that I've progressed in my career, I feel that a lot of it is repeats and referrals, mostly. I don't get any of the internet leads anymore, but my own customer base is really strong, and so that helps me to succeed because then they come back to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the internet leads go to other sales folks. Do they split it up between like an internet team and a sales floor type team, or is it just?
No, they have their own team now.
Oh, so internet is separate.
It's its own little department, yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting. That goes counter to what we hear in the industry here, but heck, if it works, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think sells a customer? Is it transparency? Is it emotional buttons, price, all the above?
It's building a relationship. From the second that they walk on the lot, you need to build a relationship with them very early on, and then if you can become friends with them, then you can overcome objections later on in the sale. Yes, transparency I do feel is important as well, but that initial relationship and that bond that you build with them is going to be your best bet.
So you try to befriend them, you try to get into their head a little bit, find out about their life, be more than just a salesman.
Yeah, you have to find common ground right away.
Yeah, point of reference, so they say. That's one of the first things that you hear from any sales training book from back in the 1920s even. So let's say you've got a crystal ball for 2019. What are car sales going to look like in your neck of the woods?
Well, they seem to be down so far for the year, but I've been doing okay. I feel like I've been at this store for 5 years, and so my trade cycle is really strong right now. So I feel like I'll be okay.
Well, judging by your reputation, I think you'll do just fine. Certainly.
Thank you so much.
Understanding best practices and having repeat customers goes a long way. And, I guess it's just a matter of staying with it like you've done. And that's really outstanding. By the way, We are involved with the Women in Automotive, and
Great.
Yeah, that relationship is going to get a lot more intense as the year progresses. And I'd like to get back in touch with you and have that conversation and see how you're holding up over there. And again,
I appreciate it.
You bet. Ironically, our first two salespersons of the month are both gals. One from Colorado, and of course here in Ventura, California. That's Heather L. Bailey of Paradise Chevrolet. Thank you so much for joining us, Heather.
Thank you so much for having me.
She is January Salesperson of the Month for Paradise Chevrolet out of Ventura, California. I'm Kelly Kleinman, and this is the Dealership News Quickcast. Have a great day.